Hi, and welcome to the Build with Baer workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here building model kits with you. We're going to wait for a few more folks to join us in the chat room because it's a little light tonight. We'll hope a few more folks want to pop in and hang out for a bit. I'm throwing that Bear Cave emote in the chat. If you're currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave emote in there right back at me. But yeah, we're going to wait a few minutes, see if anybody else wants to pop in. Before we get to the building thing. Usually pre-stream, I start a couple minutes before 9 o'clock to give folks a chance to kind of collect themselves, get their notification, come in. That did not happen tonight because it seems like 9 o'clock is now not within the bare minimum. It is literally the bare minimum before I have lots of drop frames and problems. Uh, so, yeah, I really do need better internet. Ultron, hello. He says, Pat, hello. How did your Hearthstone tournament go? Well, we'll talk about it as we build throughout the night. It didn't go great. It went fine. I didn't embarrass myself. I didn't do well. But that's part of it. But yeah, we'll talk about it as we go, as we build. That's going to be part of a main chunk of the conversation tonight. Will be among other things, I'm sure. But we'll talk about that. Yeah, just waiting for a few more folks to pop in to chat before we get building. We are working on this Kimaris Trooper, the land form. Hello, Board. Hello and welcome. Happy to have you here, Kimaris Trooper, as purchased by Board. One thing I do want to point out, because I was having issues with these little pockets here. Hello, Lashbrook. Lashbrook's in the chat. Happy to have you here. People throwing the Bear Cave emote in there. Always nice to see the Bear Cave emote. So as you can see that there. There's a little bit of silver. You can kind of see where the head is. It's probably not going to be easy to see. But you might remember behind this chest piece, we put a big sticker on there, a big silver sticker, which you can't see when we put the armor on, which is the good and weird part of this, the full mechanic style kits, is that you like these stickers aren't going to show up, but we had to put them on. The stickers here on the legs. Like, we're not going to see those. We probably aren't going to see the ones at the bottom of the leg here because we're going to put armor over it. But the stickers are there. It's weird, but enjoyable. Also, I like these rocket boosters here. You can see them there. They just pop out. They feel nice there. Before we get to the building portion, do want to say that when we finish this, I'm immediately going to jump into a Lego set, which is the Ninjago Legacy, the Golden Dragon. It is a 171-piece kit. It's a small little set. We will build that. I'm excited to build another 4-armed person. And then also a Golden Ninja riding a Golden Dragon. That's just cool. Gold Ninja, a gold sword. Excited to build that. That's the kit that we're going to build after. That'll be a nice little aperitif. Because I'm waiting for my $10 Patreon supporters to vote on what I build next. I think everyone likes bonus ninjas, indeed. I'm actually going to look right now before we get into the building. Well, we're just kind of still getting settled. Some people coming in. Hello, folks that are just joining us. Yeah, I think I'm going to build Optimus Prime next. That's my assumption, is that Optimus Prime will be the thing that gets built next. And that'll be cool. I've been waiting to do that. I put like 4 things up on a poll for my $10 Patreon supporters. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But let's go to the main feed here. So yeah, here's our Kimaris Trooper from Iron Blooded Orphans. You can see here, this is just the beginning of us putting on the armor. I had an issue towards the end of the stream. That's always the worst time when you have tiny little pieces. Basically, it's hard to see, but these bottom pieces here of the chest piece that pop open were hard to get in. And now that they're in, I hopefully will never have to do any work on them ever again. They'll just be there and look okay. All right. Let's get building. Why don't we get building? We have finished the chest piece, and we have put the rocket boosters on the back. Cool looking rockets. It is time to put the head armor on. As you can see, we built the head. Now have to add the armor. That's what you do with this kit. You assemble all of the interior skeleton. You get a nice, good posable skeleton, and then you build on the rest of it. I will say, as far as posability goes, the legs bend. They don't bend much here where you would expect it a little bit more because of the transformation this thing does, which we will see at the end of the kit. So it does have some posability. This is obviously it's not a master grade. That is the concession you make with this kit, with the 100, which later get called the full mechanics. In this version, is not called the full mechanics. It's like retroactive. But yeah, it's basically the idea is that yeah, you get a kit that what I'm trying to say. You build the whole skeleton and then you build the rest of it, and it's pretty cool. Now, normally you would do this head separately and then attach the head. In this case, the head is already on, so you're just putting it on there. I hope everyone's doing good tonight. I had a pretty laid-back Saturday, just getting some stuff done. I went to the movies. No spoilers. I had a very good time at Captain Marvel. That movie is fun and cool, and I would recommend it. If you like fun and cool movies, a 90s soundtrack, debatable positive amounts of pro Air Force sentiment that may or may not be confused with feminism in a way that I'm looking for more information before I make a final judgment. My gut says it's pretty pro-military in a way that doesn't feel great, but I understand where it's coming from. It's not the first nor will be the last Marvel movie that does that, you know. Oh, Sharks just subscribed with Twitch Prime. It didn't show up in my notifications. My Streamlab did not appear. But Sharks, thank you for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Harold is hosting. That showed up. I don't know why Sharks didn't show up as subscribing. But let's throw the Bear Cave emote in there so people know. Thank you very much, Sharks. Sharks 2K. Yeah, overall, is it my favorite Marvel movie? No. Did I think it actually works as an origin story? Yeah, certainly. But more than anything, I'm mostly just happy to see that movie get made. Very happy about it. It felt right, and I'm excited about it. Carol rules, and I'm glad that so many people get to see a movie with her just being awesome. She's just great. Just into it. Yeah, we'll see where they go, where they take her, where they go with it. I mean, I haven't seen every Marvel movie. I haven't seen Ant-Man. I don't know if I'll ever see Ant-Man. I haven't seen Doctor Strange either. I don't know if I'll ever see Doctor Strange. Those are not movies that I have any interest in seeing. But who knows? Maybe I will someday. Alright, so put that there. There. Harold subscribed to Tier 1. That's 16 months on a 14-month streak. Harold says 16 months. That's a lot. That is a lot. Harold, thank you very much for renewing your subscription. Always make sure, folks, when you do that, please do include your renewal as a notice so that we can all throw the Bear Cave emote in the chat and say thank you. That rules. Appreciate it very much, Harold. Continued support. All right, so then we got to put this headpiece on. Not sure. Oh, it just goes over the. Okay, so this is the mouth. There we go. I get it. This headpiece is weird. There it is. Got it. Does look pretty strange. But I'm excited to continue to build this kit. This has been a fun one. Now we're going to put some armor on, some red armor. But yeah, I had a good time with the movie. It was nice to see. It was great to see with a crowd. I certainly that felt like a movie that I wanted to see. Lots of young people there, young young lady identifying folks seemed pretty game. Some older ladies, lots of groups of ladies together, which is a fine way to spend a Saturday. Is to get your lady type friends together and go see Captain Marvel. It was and then take a bunch of selfies, and it was fucking rad as shit. Maybe not everyone took selfies. Maybe some of them just hung out with their friends, but it was pretty fucking cool. This is the wrong piece. Pulled the wrong piece out, which, not the first time, not the last time. Done that. I'll do it again, I'm sure. But yeah, overall, happy I saw that movie. Wanted to see it opening weekend. Wanted to support that way if I could. And it was cool. Yeah, I don't know the next time I'll be going to the theater. But yeah. Ultron says, I just found out about this big red fellow. Hey, Asmo, welcome to the chat. And now I want to want the model so bad. Ultron just showed the Gundam GP Raise 2, which is from Gundam Build Divers. And that is a big red friend. Yes, indeed. Lots of big old shoulder stuff. I don't know if those are wings or claws. Seems to be some blades there. Yeah. That's a big friend. Okay. Yeah, I'd build that. It's a lot, says Ultron. Ultron is not wrong. Alright, so we take the hand off there. We gotta put on F-15 here as well. We're putting some armor on here. F-15. And then we got to put on E. 25. Yeah, that's a lot. That kid has a lot going for it. Yeah. Okay, so, and as always, we're doing it on this side, so when we do it on the other side, nice and easy. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so that goes in like that. Oops. Arm came off. We'll just keep the arm off for a second as we put on this armor. The armor. Just confuse the leg armor. Miners. Sorry. Glad you enjoyed Captain Marvel. Will we get a Hearthstone tournament update? Yes. Boardbink says, I will be lurking for most of the stream tax time. Yeah, I finally got some information I was waiting on for taxes, so I can complete my taxes soon. So I got to get on that myself. That is a goal for next week. But yeah, feel free to lurk, board. Asmo, yeah. I mentioned it. I got asked earlier about that. I said that I would talk about it. So basically, I got shut out. I lost 2 of the 3 games in my round. It's a single elimination. First match, I'm playing my primary deck here. We saw that this week. I kind of showed that off a little bit. My primary deck is, I think it's a fun mix. It's a fun deck. We showed that. So I tried pretty damn hard with it. Got lucky pretty early. Started building up my spell stone, playing some spells. But I was playing against Big Priest. So the thing with Big Priest is Big Priest makes big minions or small minions that when they come back to life are bigger and then reses those minions. So you have to either get their res pool to be some stuff that they don't want to be resed and hope, or you have to beat them down quicker. You have to play fast enough that you're getting through their big minions consistently and just getting face damage in when you can. But my opponent just got all the heals that they needed, and they managed to just put big obstacles in my way. And then I played my spell stone, and that didn't get through. And then I played a bunch of stuff in times where I have the 3/2 that can adapt one of your minions. So I was like, okay, I need this to be poison. It was not poison. I was like, okay, I need this to be +3 attack. It was not +3 attack. So yeah, I just ran into some RNG bad luck, and then I switched because I had lost. It was easy enough for me to switch to my other variation of the deck, and I went full spell hunter because I thought that might do some damage, and it did not. So I got swept, got shut out, and that's fine because I learned a lot from it. Mostly I learned that it's kind of cool to play in a Hearthstone tournament, you know? Back in the day, way back in the day, I played a few Pokemon trading card game tournaments. I played in a few way back in the day Magic tournaments. I was never great at Magic, never had a good deck. So I played in a few tournaments in my day. I've never played in an online tournament before, so I was happy to do it. But overall, I would say it was a sound thrashing. And I think I'll have more fun just sticking to playing ladder. But prepping for it was an interesting. It was interesting to prep. I was happy to do that. Like play a bunch, think about what the my strategies and all that. Like that was helpful. And also like the deck I play. Sorry, I dropped some pieces there. The deck I primarily play, I just like is going to fundamentally change when Death Knight Rexar and the Quest are no longer there. Like, so playing a deck I really like while I still can felt pretty nice. All right, so we're going to do exactly what we just did on this other side here, but now we're doing it on this side, but it's basically identical to what we just did. But yeah, overall, good Saturday, good movie, good experience playing. Like I said, I would have loved to have won one, just one round, just moved on and won, or you know what? Honestly, a win. Happy Saturday to you, Humbao. 1 out of 3 wins. If I had gotten to the point that my opponent had lost one, I think I would have been happy with that. The fact that I was swept wasn't surprising, but it didn't feel great. But I mean, that's also, like I said, that's part of it. It's a learning experience, and I do think that I don't know if I'm a better player than I was when I started, but I do think that that's F118. Okay. I do think that I definitely learned a bit about the deck that I like playing. As long as it's a good experience, I've never, ever had the courage to enter a tournament because I know I'm not a great player. I mean, Asmo, like I said, I'm not a great player. I was going to have fun. Here's the real. Do I wish that my opponent had been playing anything other than fucking Big Priest? Yes. I wish that I had not lost to fucking Big Priest. I wish I had lost to Death Rattle Hunter. I wish I had lost to, I don't know, Even Warlock. Odd Warlock. Yeah, Death Rattle Warlock. Sure. I'll take that. But Big Priest isn't fun to play against. And I don't know if it's fun to... It's just not a fun deck. Like, it was just frustrating. It's a frustrating deck to lose with. Because you're just like, well, you got your resis, so I guess we're done here. But yeah, I'm trying to be positive about it because, like I said, I did have fun doing it. And there was a moment there where it looked like the cards were turning in my favor and I was going to pull off something silly, which, like I said, did not happen. But there was a moment there where I was like, oh, I might be able to complete my quest. The second game, I almost completed the quest on turn 9, which means on turn 10 I could have restarted the quest with the best opportunity to do it again. That did not happen, as I mentioned. But there was a moment there where it looked like it might. All right, I'm going to take the arm off here because I've found that it's actually annoying to do this. Arm there. There we go. All right, put that on like that. Yeah, I'm just going to finish this arm like that, and then we'll go there. F9. Yep, I almost just always instabilities when I see Priest on ladder, unless I'm running an Afro deck, specifically an aggro, I assume you mean. So, Asmo, I'm assuming you said I almost always just insta-quit, yep. When I see Priest or ladder, unless you're running an aggro deck, specifically to beat them. Ready for the new expansion. Yeah, I mean, the new expansion is really just going to fundamentally change so much about the game. It'll just be, like, just so many good cards are going out, and then the nerfs are huge. It's really going to change the game. Hey, Durman, happy to have you here. Hey, right back at you. All right, so put this on like this. So yeah, overall, happy that I tried, because like I said, I had never made that attempt before, but wish that I had won a round. Armanda J. Mendoza says, hi, Pat. Hello. Hello back at you. Geez, autocorrect really ducked with me there. Indeed. I'm going to be building a Lego Forest tractor while I watch, but I'll still be in chat. Well, Durman, thank you for hanging out in chat. Saturdays is often a light day here for us as far as chat goes, so I always appreciate if folks can hang out. I gotta get this arm piece on here. Figure out why it's not working. You can always look at the other arm here. That looks fine. But yeah, happy to have folks in the chat, have folks watching and hanging out as we build a model kit. There we go. Had to put a little pressure on it. Always worried about putting a little pressure on it. Because sometimes you just put too much on. And you're like, oh, that's okay. That's bad. But yeah, happy to have folks in the chat tonight, as always. If there's anything you want to talk about, we can always pop in. Of course, I've got anime to chat about. Not that much, because the Saturday is always a little light on the new stuff. Monday and Thursday, I always have more to talk about as far as anime goes. But I got a couple things to mention. it is also like sometimes when I catch up on things, like I'm off on a couple shows, so I just watch them when I can. I'm not like caught, or I'm not like watching it exactly when it comes out. All right. This piece was weird the first time, and it's weird this time too. There we go. Nope. What if you were? What if you worked? Sorry about that, folks. This will just take a moment here to figure out why this doesn't like doing things. There it goes. It'll prop back out, but looks sorry. Oh, I'm doing it upside down. It was upside down. So yeah, that's why it wasn't working. Yes. So I wasn't gonna. My fiance watched Captain Marvel the other day and loved it. Yeah, I saw it earlier today. I was mentioned in the chat. I really enjoyed it. I saw the matinee. It was full of awesome folks. A friend of mine and I saw it together, and there were a lot of young ladies, a lot of maybe older ladies of my age, perhaps, hanging out together. Uh, it was pretty fucking cool. Okay, so Lashbrook says, I had to bounce earlier than expected, but RE, the Funimation sub thing I was talking about. Yes, they're changing their subscription tiers, so anyone who currently has a sub will gain the ability to share with 5 other people come April 10th. Well, Lashbrook, come April 10th, perhaps you and I will chat about that. I don't want to say for sure. We're definitely going to chat about that. We are. But we would talk about that. If that was a thing that was going to happen, we should. Because who knows what they mean by that, and if that's something that's like totally on the up and up. I assume it is. But yeah, we'll chat about that. That sounds good. That also maybe makes some sense. Perhaps perhaps their numbers aren't exactly what they would like after the split. Because I mean, there was a long period where folks had Funimation accounts, and they had Funimation accounts, and then folks had Crunchyroll accounts. And when it became the thing where you didn't need both to get both, I'm sure some people dropped one of them, and now that you need both, I'm sure some people didn't go back to the other. And both in both directions. Folks that were like, well, there's dub stuff I like, and there's sub stuff I like, but not enough for that to justify this. Who knows for sure, but that's what it seems like anyway. But yeah, we'll talk about that in April. If that's the way I get to see, because they haven't. No one's come out and said it, but it seems like Funimation is going to get the dub and sub rights to Fruits Basket, and I would like to see Fruits Basket because I'm interested in seeing what they're saying is they're going to do the complete manga, which was not finished in the first anime. They're saying they're going to do the whole thing. So I would be interested in seeing what that becomes. Doing here. Because that's an interesting show. So we will chat. Yo, says Harbortown Hobbies. Hello. As the resident anime dunce, is one of Crunchyroll and Funimation only dubs the only subs. So the primary role of Crunchyroll is subtitled anime. Hey, their whole thing was, I mean, before that, Crunchyroll was a place where you just got fan subs. When Crunchyroll went legit, their business model was a legal place to watch fan subs. And then Funimation is a studio that licenses anime, primarily dubs for broadcast, originally on television, and then later on the internet. And then they started a streaming service. And then there was a partnership between the two where if you had an account with one, you could watch stuff on the other. And then some stuff would show up on each other's sites. Like, I could watch subtitled Yu Yu Hakusho on Crunchyroll. Funimation had the sub rights to it, but they allowed you to watch it on Crunchyroll if you wanted to. And it was a shared library. And then in the same way that first season of Great Saiyaman you can't find on Crunchyroll anymore, or that was before that. That's a different thing. But yeah, so Verve is basically like Crunchyroll with a bunch of other things. So Verve had Crunchyroll, Funimation. It has a bunch of other smaller things, and it had Funimation. Now it doesn't. Now it has High Dive, which is a dub service. But you end up with some interesting things, like Crunchyroll has dubs of some shows because they were paying for the dubs for DVD rights, but they were going to be shown on Funimation. And then Funimation has some shows that are subtitled. Like, here's a weird example because I had to look it up. Last program, I'm going to open up that and I'm going to look at that later, but thank you for sending that. That's interesting. For the 3 cheers for new tiers. Huh. But yeah, I'm going to save that and take a look at that link later. Because that's interesting. But yeah, Verve has stuff like 90s and early 2000s cartoons. Yes, Harbor. They have a bunch of stuff. They have They also have their thing called Originals. Hello, Mr. Bob. Mr. Bob's here already. This is such a solid crew. All right, we're building leg armor now. One of the things that Verve has that I really like is they bought some of the CISO shows. Not all of them, but if you like My Brother and Me, or what other shows did they pick up? Harmontown. They picked up what other did they pick up? They picked up a few other things. Hidden America, with Jonah Ray, which is a really fun show. So they picked up some of that stuff. There's a bunch of things. Verve has the Rooster Teeth stuff. Yeah, they've got a few things. They're an interesting acquisition thing. But the idea was that hey, you got a Verve account, you can do all this shit. And then one of the big things was if you have a Verve account, you have a Funimation account and a Crunchyroll account, and that was pretty big for anime watchers. I'm sticking to Hulu for anime, says Asmo, aka Cowboy Bebop, and the 8th something. Oh yes, the 8th recommends for newbies, but we might actually try watching some Dragon Ball Z. Asmo, I understand. Yeah, some people just have Netflix and Hulu, and that's how they get their few things. I generally prefer my anime to be subtitled, so Crunchyroll is kind of where I'm going, and also. As I've said before, and I should say again, although that's expiring, so who knows, but for the last year, up until the end of this month, because I don't know if it's going to continue, I have been privileged enough to have a free account on Verve, free premium account on Verve, so I have not paid for anything that I've talked about on those shows. There's Boomerang, Cartoon Hangover, Origins, High Dive, yeah, Geek and Sundry, yeah, Harbor Town Hobbies. There's a lot on Verve. I do like the service quite a bit. Who knows? I might actually pay for it if I don't get another year of it for free, because I don't know. As I said, I do not know if that's going to continue. I talk about it a lot, and I talk about the shows on Crunchyroll, so. That might be enough for the person that got me a year to give me another year, but I gotta find out. It'd be nice. So I'm keeping. It's that thing where they add up, right? All these smaller ones add up a bit. I really like and enjoy Dropout, but I don't really. Dropout is College Humor basically started a premium thing, and it's like they have some original shows. They've continued some old web series and done like full ones. Really, I do it because Drawfee has a show called Cartoon Hell that I really like, and is like a kind of extension of the stuff they already were doing, with a theme song by Weird Al, which just fucking rules that Weird Al did a theme song for them. Uh, but I like that, and I like Well Actually, which is kind of like a game show style thing. But I don't watch it for a lot of other things. I'm basically paying $5 a month to support my friends at Drawfee, who do great work, and I watch all their YouTube videos anyway. And for that, I can see their show and a few other things instead of like subscribing to their Twitch. It's kind of where I'm at with that. All right, so we did these. Now we got to do the right leg here. So we'll put the leg on with F. Let's find F here. F8. But yeah, it's Well Actually anything like Nope, Sorry. So, everyone having their own digital service is not great. Yes, Mr. Bob. That's why Verve is cool, because like it has a bunch of them that I wouldn't pay for separately, but then I benefit by it being together. So Well Actually is basically, it's a pop culture like nerdy question thing where akin to Jeopardy, where you have answer in the form of question. You have to start every answer with Well Actually. And there's some bonus stuff, and they get some comics and various fun people. It's a funny show. I do like it. Mike Trapp's a good dude, the guy that runs the show. There's a couple things on. There are a couple shows that I'm into that they do, but for the most part, I'm really doing it just for Cartoon Hell, which is a fun premise. Premise is that there's these guys sold a show to the devil in exchange for their soul, and then were immediately killed, and now have to make cartoons in hell based on like prompts and stuff. It's very silly, very fun, and then it's like quickly animated at the end. It's a very loose animation style, but it looks pretty cool. It is a fun show. I have a GB and a CR sub, then another 12 on Patreon, folks. Yep. Asterisk says. Asmo says, if I include Giant Bomb Premium, I have 8 different streaming subscriptions. When I take a minute and think about it, that's too many. It's a lot. I wasn't even counting Patreon. Yep. There are back apps now for finding recurring services. Oh, yeah. You can figure out your, like, hey, how many things do I go to? So, if I do the math, I will be leaving it, but I am currently subscribed to the WWE Network, although I'm going to let that end because I do not wish to continue with that. I have Verve, which I do not pay for. I have Dropout. I have some Patreon stuff. I'm letting Netflix lapse right now. I don't ever do it every month. What else do I have? What else do I have? Oh, I give a bunch of money every month to the Maximum Fun Network because they put together shows that I really like. So I feel very good about supporting those. Yeah. I'm always scared to pay for something I'm not using, like time I'm paying for WoW for over a year. Damn, Mr. O, yeah. Well, asterisk, I mean, yeah, if you're not using it, but there's some good stuff on there, so it might be time to pop back in. All right, I gotta get B1. And then I have Giant Bomb too. I pay for that yearly, so. And Amazon. It's also that weird thing where like I don't count Amazon because I get a bunch of stuff on Amazon Prime, but I don't count that because I'm paying for Amazon Prime for shipping, not for videos. So I don't even think of that. Silver lining of getting my cards compromised. I now won't be surprised when my subscription comes out because they won't. Yes, indeed, Harbor Town Hobbies. That is a silver lining of sorts that you have to like figure that stuff out and like yeah, what you actually use and not pay for things you're not using because you can't. Yeah, that's I think I had when I had some credit card fraud on one of my cards. I was using it to pay for something, some service that I was like, oh, well, I don't want that. So that was nice to be able to be like, oh yeah, whatever. I'm gonna renew that. There. Let's see. I got a rocket here I got to put in, and I'm not sure how it. Oh, okay. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I think it just goes in like that. Oh, that is neat. This shoulder armor is so weird because you're building it around it. Like I keep saying that, but like it is weird because you are building it like around the leg that you already completed. It's just yeah, it is odd. I know I keep bringing that up, but all right. So let's see here. Mine were like Audible and Kindle Unlimited. Yes. Somehow this is still better than paying for cable. Yeah, I don't disagree with you because at least I'm like part of it is that it would probably be weird if I was paying for Verve because I don't use a lot of Verve on there. I occasionally watch uh, um, some things, but mostly it's Crunchyroll I watch a lot of. And then I also pay for YouTube Premium. I should say that. But that's because I get YouTube Premium along with Google Music. And I use Google Music instead of Spotify for work stuff because having YouTube Premium means that if I'm logged in my Gmail to sorry, I have to figure out which leg this is. Pardon me. Right leg. So this leg, yeah. So if I'm logged into my email account when I'm on YouTube, I don't see ads. And that is totally worth it for me to use that instead of Spotify, which I prefer as a service to Google Music. All right, I'm going to try to see how this looks before I got to figure out where this goes because I got this weird piece here that's got to attach. So let me take a second to just look at it. So it goes here. Okay. I don't pay for cable thanks to how my complex's accounts are set up. Oh, there you go. It's more akin to a real grade. Oh, so yeah. So I would say that I've asked about this before. So these kits, the RE1, the RE1, the Iron Blooded Orphans 1/100 scale kits are sort of like master grades. They don't have like the tricks of master grades, so they are like non-graded. They're more than a high grade, certainly more than a high grade. And then the 1/100 scale, so but yeah, they're definitely more detailed than a high grade would be. But I would say they're more like they're like lazy. Lazy is a bad term. Incomplete master grades, like master grades that you're like, I wish there were a few more tricks to this. Like this one transforms, so it's a little bit of an odd duck, but like the legs aren't as adapted as, or don't include as many pieces and parts as you would expect from a kit of this size. All right, so that's that. Okay, so we got that on. That was annoying. I look forward to that being less annoying when we do the next one here. So we push this up. Move that up with that. Put on this thing. I think the full mechanics lines are the way they are to get as many kits out during the show's peak, but you end up with all the kits having the same frame. Yes. You have the Baer 1/100. Yes. Yes, the inner frame, Mr. Bob, are very similar. Uh, in fact, like the Kimaris here is going to have some leftover pieces that are part of the Sky version of the Kimaris. Um, so there are some similarities. Of course, there are some very unique parts here because it has the whole extra leg Land Rover thing going. So there are some differences, but it is in many ways similar to some of them. And they're cheaper. They're cheaper than a master grade. Um, yes, and the frames being the same. I mean, the Vidar is just a rebuilt Kimaris. So yeah, Mr. Bob, I don't know. I'm still in favor of it. I still think the kits look cool and the show is interesting. So I understand how, if you feel like you wish the frame was a little different, I can understand that. But I'm not too worried about it myself. Oops, shoulder came off. Uh, Overall, I'm still having a good time building it, so I'm not too bummed about it. And this is still a cool looking kit, so I'm into that. Shoulder piece likes to pop off here. I bet these are going to pop off a lot because they don't seem super secure. You can always tell when Bandai reuses each build by looking at the runner text. Yes, indeed. But you can also, like, when you're done, you can see what pieces, like, there was the Astra Red frame that we built had some pieces in there that were from a previous build. And it was pretty obvious they were in there from that. Because they had recycled some of the frame. All right, I'm going to keep that aside because that's being annoying. It doesn't want to go on the way I would like it to. So I'm going to wait on that for a second. We'll just keep working on this leg here. So we need F17, B3. It's a really nice purple here. Very into it. All right. Let's B7 goes in the back of this leg here. I'm still bumbled. We are probably not getting a Genshin Rebake Full City. Yeah, probably not. Gundam Scissors. Yeah, you're probably not getting those scissors. Yeah, sometimes when they're looking at how to build the kits, they look at what worked in the past and they look at, just steps they can, cheats they can reuse. I'm not wholly against that if it's still, a cool looking piece of something or other. I guess I'm not super against it. But yeah, sometimes they're just like, hey, this leg looks enough, like this piece looks like that. Let's just do that again. You're like, okay, I guess that's where we're going with this. And knee piece here, huh? All right. Where's this go? I will say that sometimes the full mechanics assembly, the order does feel a little weird on occasion. Not sure where this piece is going to go. Not always, but sometimes. Yeah, where does this piece go? Oh, it goes in the back. That's where I couldn't find it. Great. Okay. Done with that leg. I'm just going to double check, make sure I didn't miss any pieces here. All right, great. So now we're doing basically what we just did, but on the other leg. Basically completely the same, except I will need a few minor pieces the same. But for the most part, we're doing what we did just again. There was one kit based on Alex, and 9% of the brand new kit was a 15-year-old kit. Yeah, that sucks, Mr. Bob. I'm not here to say that doesn't suck. when you're like building a kit in 2000 from 2016 that has a bunch of pieces from the year 2000. There's no way that doesn't suck ass. Like, I'm not here to say that. Uh, you're right. Like, it's weird. That is a weird thing. All right, so I need F2, 8. All right, so we're basically doing what we just did, only we're doing it on the other leg. Hooray. I love old kits, but I want to build them intentionally. Indeed, right? Exactly. I totally understand what you're that. I totally agree with you on that, Mr. Bob. Like, it's like, no, if I want to build this kit, I'll build this kit. So, mild spoilers for episode 3 of my series. So, if you watched my Fallout New Vegas series, you saw that I built or I got a power armor suit that was a Zaku 2. Fallout 4 did a better job. The modders did a better job. So there will be in episode 3 of Uncommonwealth, which is my Fallout series. I'm going to include some gunpla that power because the power armor is just vastly different in that series, in that game, and it is pretty fucking rad. I'll admit, it's pretty great. So that's something to look forward to. That's going to be episode 3. Episode 2 comes out on Monday. Old kits make breaking out the hobby knife and glue. Almost 2 whole kits. Yes. Oh, yes, yes. Yes, sometimes you're just like, you put together a kit and you're like, I try to minimize the amount of sheets that go out when I send kits out to folks. But sometimes it's just like, hey, here's a bunch of extra bullshit. Enjoy it. I don't know what to tell you. This all came with it. Because it's all just stuff that was on there. It isn't part of this kit, but it's part of a similar idea. Sorry. Okay. So that's got to go low. Goes low. We need E. C2. No, it's F. E2. Shining break. Yeah, I didn't Harbor. I didn't know what you were referring to there, but I don't know that kit specifically. But I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So, all right. So put that there. But I wouldn't want to do a bunch of these full mechanics in a row because they do have so many similarities, especially frame-wise. But considering that I haven't built one of these in a while, still, this is just a fun kit. It's a fun kit to assemble. I'm excited to put it together. It's also, kit's got so much purple. What sucks is you're almost paying for the plastic you get, not what you use. Yes, that's very true. And since I don't do, like, I don't make my own kits or modify my own kits, I don't do any of that. So, like, it's not like you're like, well, we have a bunch of pieces for your own kit bashing stuff. It's like, well, if I kit bashed, maybe. But since I don't kit bash, it doesn't really matter much to me. I'm not here to kit bash, so. It also, kit bashing is fun to say, so I apologize that I just said it a bunch. You know what? I don't apologize. I'm not sorry that I just said kit bash a whole lot. It's very fun to say. I do have that extra full mechanics Barbados that I think every once in a while I think about pulling some pieces out of and just grabbing a bunch of random stuff. Dur says, I want to get into kit bashing one of these days, and Harbor Town Hobbies agrees. And I understand where you're coming from on there. That there's a lot to like about working on that stuff. Oops. All right. Okay, so put that on there. But yeah, I've always been interested in kit bashing stuff. I just never have. I've never been like, or like, aftermarket third-party conversion kits. A friend of mine does that with Transformers a lot. Like if there's if one of the jets, one of the Decepticon jets, isn't going to come out, he'll get a modified kit to take one of the ones that is out, like Thundercracker, and turn it into the orange one. I forget the name of it, but it's like conversion modifiers, especially since they're very similar. It's not hard to do, even if you're not painting. I've always been interested in that, but it's never been something that I tried myself. Certainly. Yeah, it's just a thing that like always seems cool, but I've never tried. All right, so there's that. There's that. It's so weird, right? We put stickers on here. You can see that when I pull this up, you can see there's like a silver sticker there, and like the joints there. We put a bunch of stickers on just for if you take all the armor off. I guess you could see those stickers if you wanted to, and it's like, okay, I guess. Put that there, and put that there. I think this is one of the best parts of the build series. Everyone has wild customization. Yes! I have Volcanus. There's third-party option parts I want. Yes. Want two. I assume that's what you meant, Harbors. Yeah, no, I mean this is the part of this kit where this is the unique parts of this model kit. So I'm excited to work on that. But yeah. Because we added the weird legs here, which this weird like spidery leg thing. We'll show it off. They'll give me the full method of transformation. But as I said, I think I said this on Thursday. This kit has the incredibly unique ability to become its own horse, basically, because it's all about jousting. I mean, that's its main weapon is a lance. So this thing is all about the joust, which I really like. I mean, the knight theme is not necessarily featured a lot in Gundam. It's more heavily featured, like the Tall Geese 3 and 2, certainly are knight themed, but you don't find it a whole lot. Rich says, I bought a new... Whoa, got going on here. Durman, sorry about that. Durman, you got a warning from using too many caps, so I apologize for that. Nightbot is a little aggressive. I remember we couldn't talk about FLCL because Nightbot was just like, stop. So I apologize there. You were shouting, Fred. Yes. Okay, so there was a Double Zeta Gundam that they turned the combined sections, normal jets, into animals, which is the Tyron. That's nonsense. Italian Wing Gundam for Christmas. That's awesome. And earlier, Rich Hurt said, I bought a new Gundam kit today. Rich, what'd you buy? Let us know. Always interested to see what people are picking up out there. Because sometimes they're like, oh, it's this thing. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. Because I don't know about every kit, I don't follow the trades. I leave that for Mr. Bob. I also haven't updated my wish list in a while. I need to go in and do that. That's a goal for this week. To go in and give that a good proper update. I was at Barnes & Noble and they had a bunch of them. I picked out the Galbati rebate kit. Yes, the Wing Fennis Harbor. I saw that the other day and was tempted, but because it is a Gundam Wing variant, but it's not you all know the drill. If it's a death scythe, we build it. It's not really, that's not part of the drill. All right, so we're done with our legs here. We got this thing can stand up. It looks pretty good. Its eyes are colors of the Italian flag. It's super sweet. That's pretty great. That is pretty neat. Am I allowed to post an ink to an image of the kit? Rich, are you a? Let's see. Wait. If you are a subscriber, you can. If you are just in the chat, you cannot. But yeah, if you're a subscriber, you are allowed to do that. I realize the store I work at price matches to Amazon. I want to make sure before I tried. Yes, I believe that's the setting I have. But yeah. But thank you for checking in. I appreciate that, Durman. Rich. Durman says, I realize the store I work at price matches Amazon. So I got this Lego kit for like $6 off. That rules, Dur. Yeah, price matching is the thing that I certainly look at, but I don't look at close enough. I realize I don't do that enough for things. Also, because I just want chipping. It looks cool and has a big old hammer. Ty, the irregular guy, is now following. Thank you very much, Ty, for giving me a follow. Folks, if you're not following, you can always do that. That's very helpful. So that way you see what's going on with me. But yeah, I'm gonna look up this. Rich, I'm gonna look up the thing that you bought, so I can see what it is. And Garibaldi rebake. Yeah, that thing rules. That's a 144. That is a big old hammer. It looks like it's got a big old scope on it. I wish it was in the 1/100 scale, even as a high grade. I would pick that up. Because I don't necessarily love building the 144 scale on stream. I do have 2 of those 144 kits, as you know. I wanted to build that since I saw it on the show. Yeah, that looks really cool. That is a cool looking kit. Oh, you know what? Speaking of links, we'll work on the waist armor in a moment. It's 10 o'clock. It's time for me to talk to y'all about ways you can support the stream. You just saw that we got a new follower from Ty. Thank you very much, Ty. If you're watching this and you just follow my YouTube or my Twitter links and you don't follow, please consider giving me a follow. Consider becoming a subscriber. You can do your Twitch Prime coin if you have Twitch Prime. You have your Twitch linked to Amazon, your Amazon account and your Twitch account linked together. If you can't do that and can't spend the money on that, I mean, bits and coins are always appreciated as one time. That would be great. You could also join my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. I'm trying to get to 200. We're at 184 right now. I'm on the road to $200. 200 would be fantastic. That would allow me to hopefully get better internet. Like, that would be rad. That's the goal. But there's a lot of rewards there. I did a new video just last week for that, so consider taking a look at my Patreon. Remember that if you're a subscriber here on Twitch, if you use Twitch Prime, you have to manually renew it every month. You can't just let it auto. If you do $5 or $10, it will do that for you, but otherwise you gotta do it yourself. So I just put the Amazon wish list. This will all be in my Twitch or the YouTube. The YouTube show description will have all this in there. Yeah, I've got to update this kit, but I've got some model kits in there. I've got some papercraft stuff that looks cool. A bunch of kits that would be fun to build, and I would like to, and you could buy them, and then I would build them. Just a bunch of fun stuff that I put up in there, and then some fun things at the end that'd be good. Like, hey, if you're like, I don't want to buy a model kit, but you want to buy, an Amazon gift card or a Steam gift card. That would be fun. I've got a bunch of things in there. And they're most in the 1/100 scale because that's what I prefer to build in for stream. The 144 are fine, and we do have 2 high grades in the 144 we are going to build in the future. I just don't necessarily love how they Like they're just tiny pieces, and it's a little harder for me on stream while I'm trying to like keep up with chat. If you build them, they will come, says Harold. Indeed. I also have a coffee. That's for one-time donations. Anything from Twitch, be it subscription or bits or coins or my Patreon or my coffee. All that goes into me buying model kits and equipment because unlike, a YouTube or a Twitch streamer that plays video games that buys like a game, and gets a bunch out of it for months and months, I gotta buy model kits and then I build them, and then once a month I send out a kit to a subscriber. Which JM won the GM Sniper. The person that actually won it said, no, don't send it to me. And so, Canadian Papa Bear, because like, hey, don't mail things to Canada. Just do whatever you're going to do. And I was like, okay. So, picked a new person, sent that out. I have the Build with Bear community. It is a Discord. We're going to get back to building in just a moment, but I did want to take a second here for the Build with Bear community. My Discord, I check it every day. It's pretty cool. And then I have my Uncommonwealth episode 1. Episode 2 is coming out on Monday. Here's episode 1. That's just my YouTube series. My Let's Play series. I'm doing a 4-part series on mods and cheats and Fallout. The first video is a lot of building stuff. So the first one's just like adventure stuff. The second one, was going up on Monday, is a lot of building stuff, and it's pretty cool. And then I'm going to retweet my own tweet. Just to see if people want to pop in for the second half. Because we're going to go to 11 p.m. Eastern. In April, I am doing the Giant Bomb charity community endurance run. The community endurance run is not the Giant Bomb one, is the community members. I have got myself a slot, which we have not announced yet, but I'm going to be doing that. And I'm going to do Twitch Sings. I thought about doing it as a build stream, but it is I kind of want to do separate because I don't want to plug my Twitch at all. I don't want to do any of that. So I don't want to do any plugs other than the charity. So I thought I would do something a little different, which will be Twitch Sings, and it'll be a 3-hour block of me singing, and there'll be challenges, and I will feel weird about it because I will be singing for a large audience. And it will be it will not be during the normal stream time. It'll be a bonus. That was the other thing. I don't want to do it when I normally stream, so that way it's like separate. I'm still doing it. I would love it if people who are watching who maybe don't watch my streams would come check it out, and see what I'm up to as far as streaming goes. But I'm excited about that next month. And of course, the end of this month, my schedule is going to be a little off. The 23rd, I'm working at night. I still don't know when. I'm going to stream during the day that Saturday as a makeup for that night, but I don't know when. So Saturday the 23rd, I still don't know when. My schedule, I'm waiting to hear about another thing that's going to happen that weekend. So I don't know yet as far as being able to stream that Saturday. And then the following weekend, I will be at PAX, so I will be streaming that week, Monday and Tuesday. And then that Thursday, I'll host here the stream that I'll be doing on PAX 3 for what do you call it? For the improvised postmortem. So I'll stream that, and then that Sunday, I will have I will be doing a stream that morning for League of Heels, and I will stream that as well. And I'm going to try that Wednesday, which is Wednesday, March 27th. I'm going to try to stream from my Airbnb. I don't know if it'll work. I'm going to bring 2 Lego sets with me so that I can build Lego and try to stream from the Airbnb I'm staying at, but I won't know until I get up there and get settled if it'll work or not. So, um, I'm so excited for the Rumble. The Rumble's going to be rad. Harold is in the Rumble. We announced some names returning. Very excited to have Mary Kish, as always. Graham Stark is back from Loading Ready Run. I'm excited to have him back. I've been meaning to have him, but scheduling has been bad. So we finally figured out how to get him back in the fold. So excited about that. And lots of other folks that are going to be cool. Dur says, finished my Forest Tractor Lego set, posted a pic in Discord. Thank you. Yeah, that is a great reminder, folks. If you build anything, you do painting, you do any kind of work that is related to what we do here, I'm always happy to have folks throw stuff in the stream, in the Discord. And if you ever send it to me on Twitter, I always retweet. Graham is awesome. Yes, Graham Stark rules. And happy to have him back. He's only made one appearance. And he's more into wrestling now than when he first did it. So, happy to have him come back in to the fold. But we got some exciting people. Just had a few people reach out to me today, so I have to get back to them. That was pretty exciting. Some cool folks. I always like it when good, cool people are like, hey, how do I get involved in this? I don't like it when shitty people are like, hey, how do I get involved in this? But when cool people want to get involved, that rules. All right. So, okay. We built these things. These things are going to be attached to our waist here. So we're just attaching a bunch of parts to them. 21. Okay, so anime talk. What am I watching? Endro continues to just be cute. I don't have anything really to say about Endro. It's just a cute, fun series. It's very light. I do enjoy it quite a bit. Oh, I just had a piece fly out of my hand, and I don't know where it went. So that's annoying. Oh, I found it. Never mind. Hold on. Oh, got it. Sorry. Here's me. Yeah, so, okay, so this goes like this. Like that. Would that like that. Great. Yeah, Endro continues to be a fun, cute anime. Very much enjoy it. It's a fun one. Let's see. Dororo. I'm now caught up on. Dororo is a show that I stopped watching because the episode that just got fucking sad, and this episode is also sad. And it just gets more and more fucking hard to watch, and it's good. Dororo is great. It's on Amazon. It's good. It's just rough and hard to watch sometimes. I still really enjoy it, but it is in many ways kind of just rough. Just a rough one. So let's see. So there's that. What else did I want to say? Oh, Quintessential Quintuplets. I watched that today, the episode of that. That show is still just fine. It's fine. I wish more happened in the episodes. This is kind of interesting. It's all the girls together, and that's the 5 of the quintuplets, so that's kind of interesting, because a lot of times they just tell stories with one-on-one with the guy, or, this is the episode where these 3 people talk to the guy about stuff, the main dude. So it's kind of interesting, but overall, it's still not a great series. But yeah, that's it really as far as anime goes. I wish I had more positive things to say about those shows that are on right now, but there's some really good stuff this season. It's all stuff that I watched earlier in the week. Monday, I'll talk about Boruto, which, I think we're getting another filler, but whatever. Maybe it'll be something cool. But I'll also talk about, like, Slime and Mob Psycho. So, like, Monday's a good day to talk about anime because a lot of really good shit happens between Sunday and Monday. It's just that between Thursday and Saturday, not a lot of anime stuff I want to talk about. Let's see. 15 and 15. We got another 40 minutes left of the stream. If there's anything you want to chat about tonight, it's always up for talk. As I said, I did my Hearthstone tournament. I saw Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was great. Hearthstone tournament did not go as good as I would have liked it to, but it was still cool to compete and to try something I haven't done before. I am hoping to do another tournament someday, another online tournament, because it was fun. It just could have gone. I would have liked to have won one of them, as I said. My 2 out of 3 was 0 out of 2. So I recently read the DBZ manga, where the guy gets reincarnated as a Yamcha. It was pretty good. Does that count as isekai? I haven't read that, so I don't know if it counts. Does the person who gets reincarnated as a Yamcha have a lot going for him because he knows stuff about the real world, and he has knowledge that other people don't have? Because then that's an isekai. That's really it's not just that you're a person born in you and you get like reincarnated into another world. It's that you have like some special abilities simply because you're reincarnated. Really. Not all of them, but for the most part, it does involve some sort of powers. There is that that he does have an ability. He's shitty. He's a shitty teen, but he does have the ability to like relive stuff. So I was wrong. Oh yeah, he knows everything that happens and becomes unstoppable. Then yes, that is an isekai, 100%. Yes, if you are reborn or you travel to another place and with knowledge of this world or a world similar to it that you use to your advantage, that's an isekai. I recommitted to playing through the old school RPG in my backlog, so I've started Pillars of Eternia for the 3rd time. I like this game a lot, but it's a big commitment. Asmo, it's pretty evident that it's a big commitment if this is your 3rd time trying to play it. Yeah. Like something else comes up and you just bounce. But, it is respectable, highly respectable to go through your wish list, or not your wish list, your backlog and say, you know what? I'm going to finish some of these. I very much respect that. Can't say that I ever really do that myself. I just have a lot of stuff that I just never play. All right, so these things are basically waist arms, and one of the things they can hold weapons while you're doing other things, I think, if I remember correctly. They're like extra arms, which is fun. That's a fun part of this odd kit. This kit is it's a space, the Kimaris is a space Gundam, and then they're like, well, you're going to be land combat, so let's juice up your kit with some armor that, and we'll modify it. And the choices they made are all ridiculously weird choices that I very much like a lot. Alright, so goes this, yeah. Very much enjoy all of the choices of this kit. Just like, well, you're going on land. You'll want to be able to run forward like your mech is its own Horse. Clearly. How do you like jousting? Yeah. But yeah, because it's like this thing where it's like, this is like, there's like a leg in here, and then also there's like an arm in here. Like, what? What the fuck? These are all very weird, cool choices. Like, why? Why is your skirt weird arms? The Kimaris Vidar fights are a series highlight. I've seen some of it. I haven't seen all of it because I'm not. I never finished Iron Blood Orphans because it's a fucking lot emotionally. It is a great show though. I do recommend it. All right. So I need A1. Now we'll build the big old butt shield. The skirt. One. It's just so big. I'm so glad this is a big box because this kit is just. This kit is large and in charge. Nonsensical. Wonderful. Season 2 is harder than spraying yourself with mace. The donk, if you will. Yes, indeed. It has quite the donk. Alright, then I need E1 and E220. Little windows here. Yeah, I mean, Iron Blood Orphans really... I mean, look. It's called Iron Blooded Orphans. I think I've said that before in the same manner, but it lives up to its name. It's a rough-ass show. As they say in Mario Party, nobody wins. Alright, so put these little windows in here. Armor things. Oh! I bought the Jackbox Party Pack 5, y'all. So, we'll play that at some point. It was on sale, and I've been meaning to pick it up, because I just want to do the robot, fights. I think I think that that's the one that's going to be really fun to play with people on stream. I don't know if the other ones work. I think if I had a room with people in it that were all on stream together, that the presentations, the business presentations, will be great. But it loses a lot if you're not in the room, because then it's just like a funny name and a drawing. I don't think that works as well. But the robot rapping, I think, is great. Yeah, I think that pack is really fun. I think it's really fun, but for playing like in a room, but for streaming, it doesn't seem like it's going to be. There aren't as many things that I would like to play on stream. But the robot one is so good that I think it's totally worth checking out. Yeah, and it was on sale. I mean, it might still be on sale. I don't know if it is or not, but it was on sale, and I was like, well, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go for it. Try not to spend money, but it's an investment in the stream. Let's see, and build this here. We got another sticker coming on. Gotta build the sword. We gotta grab a sword here. Okay, so we do this. And just go on like that. Alright. And that. Okay. Alright, that snapped on in a way that worried me for a moment. That's always fun. And then A5. Which is we're now done with the A here. Snap that off. Oh, earlier Mr. Bob said, I learned that IBO was not as big in Japan because they aired it after school. Huh. That's a rough after-school show. Hey, no, Mom, I gotta rush home after school. The Child Soldier Gundam show is on. Yeah, I don't know. Feels like that should be part of night. Should be part of like night streaming, not night streaming, night anime. All right, so then we got to put a sticker on here. I wonder which one it is. Is it the one that looks like it fits in this little hole here? Yes, I assume that's right. Put that in there. A loud snap when making a model is either very good or very bad. You speak the truth. Sometimes when it's like, hey, you got to click this in. I'm always like, well, what if I don't? What happens? That is maybe the most perfect sticker I've ever applied. That went on without a hitch. See it up there. It's a little sticker right there. It looks good too. It's a good application of stickers. I think there's only 2 more on here, and I can't remember where they. Oh, yeah, they go on the lance. We have 2 stickers left to go on our lance. So that's our back here. That's our skirt. Goes on. This. Okay. For Gunpo, they at least tell you when it's a good thing. Yes, indeed. That one didn't really tell me too much, but it made sense. All right, so we got this thing, and it does some. It basically does some other things, but that I don't understand what it does. But right now, it's just got this thing's just got a big old butt. It's just got a big old butt on it. We'll talk about it later. But we got to build some weapons now. Let's build our shield. And then we could put a sword in there if we want. So let's see. G. We have done nothing with G yet. Here's our G, which is our lance that also has our shield. Yep, it's got a big old butt. I found a little tool to help me put the stickers on my Bastion Lego set, and it made such a big difference. Definitely doing that going forward. Rich, hell yeah, Rich. I mean, you know, I talk about my sponger here. Like this is the best part of that kit. It's nice having tweezers. Like, don't get me wrong, it's very nice to have tweezers, but that sponger is so nice for applying stickers and decals. It just makes such a huge difference. Yeah, that when I do Lego sets, I always have a sponger ready. Because you can use the brick separator to apply stickers, but that wedge doesn't feel quite right. Alright, so then we need E. Making some great progress on this kit here. Alright, that's coming up. E27 and E26. I already pulled out 27 or 26. Okay. Put that back there in the sheet. Yeah, this kit's coming together real nice. Goes like that. Use the handle. Then we gotta put on these other hands. We're going to build some other hands here for the sword there. And D7. We'll just put this there. D7. Okay. I'm excited to finish this up. I ran out of thoughts in my head there for a second, so I apologize for me just saying the number I was clipping out there. That happens a little bit. Saturday's always a little lower key. As I said, I had a busy day. Got rehearsal for a show that I'm teching tomorrow night, so that's always nice if it's a brand new show that has some tech in it. It's got some video. So that's always kind of nice to have a moment to be like, wait, what's this going to be? That could be nice. I don't always get that in my line of work. But yeah, a little bit of some shows tomorrow. Excited for that. And then I'll come home and check out that pay-per-view later. All right, so this shield has a handle here. You can slide this in like that, and then it's got a little thing that clips on. Wait, how does it clip on? Oh, clips on like this. Ooh, that's neat. So yeah. Oops. These shoulder little armor pieces like to pop off. I'm not a big fan of them. But yeah, clips on the side there, and I can put a weapon in there, so we'll probably do that in a moment or two once I'm done building this sword. I'm going to build the other hand to hold it. Oops. Stand up. I'm just going to lean it down. It doesn't want to stand up. So I'm going to take the hands out, put that there. We're going to build the other hands here. But yeah. Not much left in this kit to build. We got to build our lance. And then we got to build, there is a stand that comes with this kit. And a bunch of extra stuff in this kit as well, which we talked about, how it just has some things, some pieces that are lined up from the other variations of this kit. So it is going to have some extra parts, which is fine. It's all right. I wish this sword was a little cooler. I like that it is like Buster kind of style. I like that it is a rectangular blade. I think that is fucking cool. But I wish that it was not just one piece. Like, this thing is one piece. That's weird. I don't really like that. I'll say that. Okay, so you can separate the hand here if we want to have the sword in the hand. You can do that. I called my sword the Chunk. Indeed, Durman. Chunky sword. But yeah, so you can hold it like that if you want. But right now we'll just... But we know that this hand is going to hold that lance. So I'm not worried about that. In fact, I got to put this aside because I'm going to have to take it off anyway. So this just goes and can slide in here. See that there? Just slides right in and hides behind the shield, which I love. I love kits like that. I love when kits do that. So that's in there. I'm going to try to really quick put this shield piece back on. There we go. Nope. I don't know why these don't like to stay on, but they don't. So we'll leave that. Try to get another. All right, so let's build our lance. That's the last real thing we've got to build here. Not a lot of pieces to it. There's some stickers we got to apply. A thing about this lance that I like is that it's got what appears to be a javelin, and then it is a lance, but it's also just like a giant, weird, huge piece of metal. And I just really like that. I think it's fucking cool. Very much into all of the ideas behind this kit. It's just such a strange beast. We gotta remind to put stickers on here. We're almost done with stickers. We gotta get that on. Let's see. So yeah. So next week, Tuesday or Wednesday, I am going to do a bonus stream. I don't know when that'll be. I'll post about it on Twitter, so follow me on twitter.com/PatBaer if you don't already, so that you know when I go live, because I'm going to do a bonus stream next week. Like I said, I don't know when, but but I am planning on it. So there's that. Yeah, I don't know when that'll be, but it will happen. I'm gonna sing some songs at Twitch Sings. I think I'll just do that. Been a little bit. We'll check back in there. And then there's a ton of people in the stream, because I won't do from Twitch Things. I'll do a normal stream. And there's a ton of people. We might do some Jackbox games as well. And maybe I'll go back to singing at like the end. We can do something like that. That way it's the best of both worlds. But I haven't been into Twitch Things in a bit, so I'd like to go and see if there's some new songs and start putting together my playlist for April. But yeah, that's the plan anyway. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if it's going to be Tuesday. It'll be at 10 p.m. Either Tuesday or Wednesday next week. But I don't know which one. Maybe I'll do a Twitter poll on Monday. But since I'm currently unemployed, I figured, why not just do some bonus streams? Kind of encourage people to support me here in that respect, and just something fun and extra for people. And why not? Extra hand here. That's weird. Okay, and then just gonna pull these off here, there, and all right, put that there. I don't know why I have Spiderweb stuck in my head, but I currently have the song Spiderwebs from No Doubt in my head, and I do not know why. If you know why, please let me know. And if the only reason you know why is because it's a good song, that is an answer. It's just not the answer I'm looking for. I'm trying to figure out why I have Spiderwebs stuck in my head. I'm willing to take any and all theories as to why that is. Spiderwebs are sticky, says Durman. I mean, Durman, you're not wrong. I don't know if that's why I have the song stuck in my head, but that's like an accurate statement. I mean, I guess that's it. Okay, so these little pieces got to go in here. I don't want to. After 5 hours of WrestleMania 2000 today, I had various wrestlers' entrance themes stuck in my head afterwards. Ooh, yeah. Oh, hey, public service announcement. This does not affect everyone that is watching right now, but it affects almost everyone that is watching right now. Hey, it's daylight savings is tomorrow, so in a few hours, it will be a different time. So please, obviously everyone's got a not everyone, but most people have smart devices. Their computers update, but like the clock on your microwave that you look at when you get out of the shower and go into the kitchen, like that's not gonna update. We knew it was an hour for drinking. Indeed. All right, there, that one in. Just took a while to get that in there. But yeah, people that are out, their commute home just takes extra length of time. I always used to love to be on the subway in November for, now November, or it used to be October, for daylight savings when you would gain an hour, because I would leave to go home and arrive before I left to get home. Now that's fucking time travel. That's some cool shit. You don't get that. You don't always get that out there, and the other way around, obviously. So it's pretty fucking cool if you can make it work. But yeah, we're losing an hour, so It's mostly that they just extended it. That's the bummer. Not that it exists, it's that it just goes on for so long. For me, it actually really sucks because it means it gets darker later in the day. And so when I set up for my streams, I still have sunlight coming in, and it makes my green screen stuff like inaccurate. And that's annoying. Okay, so we have the lance. So we got our lance, and we've got a big old shield here. Oops, which popped off my hand. Complete arm. But yeah, so there's our big lance. There's our shield. And we can build a base for it, which is pretty neat. So that I can show you this weird, like, unicorn type of deal that happens on the base that it comes with. So let's build the base. When it was introduced, daylight savings time made sense. Yes, Mr. Bob says my bar uses it. My bar uses it as a weird holiday. Yeah, I can understand bars. It sucks because like it's 2 a.m. and then suddenly it's 3 a.m. Like that sucks for bars. The thing that's happened on multiple occasions, more than twice. I think it's just, maybe it's just twice. But I thought it was 3 times. Is I have been at a convention during daylight savings, and you just lose an hour when you're already losing hours, and that is not great. That is really bad. Yeah, you're just stuck. Like, there's nothing you can do. You just get one less sleep. People changing the laws about DST at random times make IT work very hard. I totally understand. As a teacher, I worry about the lack of daylight in the morning for kids waiting for school buses. I can understand that, Harold. That's a reasonable thing to be concerned about. Yes, I'm very selfish in that I am mostly annoyed with it being annoying for me that it interrupts me getting set up for my streams. I understand that I'm being annoyed, that is a low priority for a lot of people. But also, like, you know, I work in comedy, and sometimes there's a show and it's still light out, and people don't want to go. Lashbrook says it's double great because I have not gotten a lot of sleep the past 2 nights already. Yes, Lashbrook, that makes it double great. Ooh, that sucks. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay, so turn these rockets like this. We take this, open it up. We can put that down. Then we've got to take this, attach it here. Alright, so that goes on that. And then that can go down this. And then, alright, so the feet go down. Oops. Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay, so trying to, it's right here. So basically it just goes like this. If you want to do it like this. Athens, Ohio, where I went to school, used to be notorious for our time change riots when we lost an hour of bar time in the spring. Police horses. Oh, man. Oh, I was so freaking stoked that I only work 4 hours in the afternoon tomorrow. I, too, have been getting bad sleep. Oh, that sucks. Oops. Alright, so then this goes like this. This is so weird. Yeah, so it's got like these like odd legs, basically. I'm going to take it off its big old stand to kind of see if I can... Yeah, that's not going to work. But basically, it's supposed to be like these extra legs here. And I definitely don't think it'll work outside of putting it on its stand. Just playing around at this point. But yeah, that's the idea. And then, if you want, oops, you can take the shield or the lance and have the chest pieces, like, connect them. But not going to worry about that. Mongo only pause in the game of life. I actually have no idea. Punching a police horse, I don't like that at all. That's bad. That's bad news, and we're not here to support punching a horse of any kind, even if they are forced to do the police's work. Certainly don't punch a horse. All right, well, that's going to do it. I'm going to close these legs up because we don't need that. That's so weird. It's just a weird thing in this. It just makes this kit look strange. But yeah, that's this kit. This keeps popping off in a way that I don't like. Does come with its own stand, which is cool and weird, but we'll see if we can get it to stand up on its own. This little piece likes to pop off here. I'm gonna try to fix this foot here. But yeah, we're just gonna. I'll have you know, my degenerate friends, that I just got liquored up at our homes like smart college kids. Indeed. That's the best way to get liquored up. Yep. Be in college and be with your friends. I would recommend that, yeah. As someone who does not drink, but likes to hang out with their friends, that is the best way to get liquored up. All right, let's try to get this. I'm going to pop this foot off and try to fix it here when it's not connected. There we go. I could just pop this back in. All right, let's see if I can get this thing to stand up on its own power, holding this lance. Yep, that'll do. Just about. I guess I can just put it on its stand here. Alright, that's the Gundam Kimaris Trooper. That's a pretty fun kit. So you can see right with me. Hey, it's me. And my Kimaris Trooper. That's fun. At least on Time Change Riot Night, we had plenty of Baer grenades. That makes sense. Alright, well, that's going to do it for the stream. So, on Monday, we will start with this. This was bought by Board Bing, so we're going to finish the. We're going to do the Golden Dragon first, and then we will start another kit, which I believe will be the Optimus Prime kit. Will be the thing that we build next. So that's coming up. Look forward to that. Thanks for watching the stream. Thanks for hanging out with me here in the chat, as always. I hope you have a good rest of your Saturday. Stay safe out there. Reminder, yeah, you're losing an hour, so do the necessary precautions for that, whatever that means for you. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe. You got to renew. If you're Twitch Prime, you got to manually renew. You can also do it, you can also just spend money, and that way you don't have to worry about it. But please subscribe. Tell your friends. I'll see you all on Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, for another Build-A-Bear workshop. Have a great rest of your evening. Goodbye.